Discussing about law and audit and its important topics regarding the company law and also the company audit. Okay, so let's get started. So, kinds of meeting. In every company, there are majorly three kinds of meeting which would be conducted by the company, that is annual general meeting, board meeting, and extraordinary general meeting. Before discussing the key notes, key points regarding these meetings, I wanted to explain the note point first. Okay, with this note point, you will be having a clear idea or the clear differentiate between this annual general meeting and extraordinary general meeting first. Okay, so yeah, ordinary business. First, I'll read it out. Ordinary business includes financial statement, appointment of auditor, appointment of director, declaration of dividend, and also declaration of bonus. Special business, which includes other than the ordinary business. That is, notice plus annexure will also be part of this special business. Here, in the case of annual general meeting, I have discussed just now that includes this ordinary business. That implies in annual general meeting, mostly the concepts or the topics related to the financial statement, profit and loss, and no points of the financial statement, the standards which is being followed by the company will be discussed, and the performance and the position comparatively with the previous year or with the previous financial year or with that of the different units on the same industries will be discussed in the ordinary business with the shareholders. Okay, and also the executives. And then appointment of auditor, appointment of the directors, decisions will be taking care of the appointments in ordinary business. These are the general topics which will be discussed in the ordinary business. Okay, and then declaration of dividend and also for declaration of bonus, the ordinary I'm sorry, it's not about the bonus, only the declaration of the dividend. Declaration of the dividend concept will be discussed in ordinary business or the ordinary general meeting. So here the special business implies other than the details which is discussed in ordinary business would be discussed under the special business, also called as the special meeting. Okay, special resolution should be passed for conducting any special meeting. Okay, ordinary resolution is more than sufficient for the conducting annual general meeting or the ordinary meeting. Okay, here the note point implies for ordinary business, ordinary notice is required, and for the special business, special notice is required. Okay, these are the key difference between both ordinary business or special business, or ordinary resolution, special resolution, or eventually annual general meeting and the extraordinary general meeting. These are the in short details will be discussed in the meeting. Okay, yes. So let us discuss about the key points related to the annual general meeting. Before that, I forgot to explain about the annexure. So whenever the special resolution is passed and special business notices is being special notice is been provided to the members, the annexure should also be attached with this special notice. That implies whatever the details, whatever the new decisions that are taken in the special business related, example CSR, cooperative social responsibility, percentage of profit contribution. Okay, along with the required details in detail should be attached with this notice. But in the case of ordinary business, no such annexure is required. Okay, it's not mandatory in the ordinary business. Okay, and then now let us discuss the key notes of annual general meeting. So annual general meeting, as the name itself suggests, that annually, that means yearly, every year once it will be held. Annual general meeting will be held once in a year. And who are all the members present in the annual general meeting? Company executives, shareholders, directors for the purpose of transacting ordinary business. This ordinary business, just now we have discussed about this ordinary business and special business in the note point before itself, right? So these are the members, company executive, shareholders and directors would be present in the meeting, okay? And these are two main points that are very confusing yet very important, okay? First, AGM shall be held within 9 months from the closure of the financial year, and subsequent AGM shall be held within 6 months from the closure of the financial year. Let us take a brief example regarding this point, okay? Let's say financial year 23-24, 2023-2024. So, end of the financial year implies 31st March 2024, right? So, it should be held within 9 months. That implies April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That is, before December 2024, the first AGM should be held. Clear? Okay. Now, second point. Subsequent AGM should be held within 6 months from the closure of the financial year. That implies subsequent AGM before 6 months implies April, May, June, July, August, September. That is, before September 2024, this subsequent AGM should be held. And another note point is that the gap between these two meetings should not be more than 15 months. Okay, should not be more than 15 months. If it is more than 15 months, it is implied that subsequent AGM is being absconded, or it has been cancelled. What can we say? So there should not be the gap between two meetings should not be 15 months. Others, so many implications would arise if it is more than 15 months. Okay, this is an important point that is required to be noted by every company is conducting this AGMs and EGMs. Okay, then next point, to conduct AGM, 21 clear days notice shall be given to every member before the date of the meeting. 21 clear days. Okay, what does this implies? Let us say a company decided to conduct a meeting on May 31st. Okay, May 31st, or this year 2024, May 31st. Okay, before May 31st, before 21 days implies it would be around 9th of May. Okay, 9th of May, the notice should be issued. Okay, 31st minus 21 days would be 9th of May, the notice should be issued. The next point says that 21 clear days should not include the it should exclude the day on which the notice has been given and the day on which the meeting is to be held. Okay, let's say 9th is the day when the notice is issued and 31st is the day when the meeting should be held. These two dates should be excluded and in between days should be counted as 21. Got it? Okay, I'll read it out the last point again. 21 clear days means the day on which notice is issued and the day on which meeting is to be held are excluded. The word clear days implies this. Okay, this last point. Got it? Next, this is all about the 6 points is all about the annual general meeting. If you memorize these 6 points, that would be more than sufficient for this topic of annual general meeting. Okay, which is very commonly asked and very important topics of the company law. Okay, then let us now discuss about the extraordinary general meeting. So extraordinary general meeting is an extra meeting conducted by the directors of the company. For suppose there is sudden changeover, like retirement of the auditor, you can say, or some issue which is happened suddenly and which is required to be discussed with the shareholders and the members of the company, then immediately a meeting should be held. That meeting is called as the extraordinary general meeting. It is not so regular unlike the AGM, but in case of emergencies or not mandatorily emergency, in certain cases extraordinary general meeting will be held. If you read out these points, we'll be understanding more clearly. So extraordinary general meeting refers to the extra meeting apart from the annual general meeting which is convened by the directors of the company, and this is a meeting called for the purpose of dealing with special business. This word, the special business, I have just discussed you what all special business and ordinary business includes. These are the four topics which will be discussed in the annual general meeting, that is financial statement, appointment of director, appointment of auditors, and declaration of dividend. Other than this, what all there may be the reasons regarding the bonus and the CSR activities, all will be discussed in special business. That's nothing but the special resolution. Clear? And for ordinary business, ordinary notice, special business, special notice. Okay, the revision of this both is also done now. So yeah, let's continue. When the directors of the company cannot await until the next AGM, then there is a need to conduct extraordinary general meeting. Okay, so I have explained few cases, like one of the case maybe the retirement of the auditor. So or so that is one such reason. So here this is that if the director wants to conduct or cannot wait for next AGM to declare any such decision taken by the board, then there is a need of conducting extraordinary general meeting. There are certain implication of conducting such meetings will be discussing in the further slides. Okay, it cannot be held regularly unlike the AGM, and a EGM can be called upon shorter notice, normally for 14 days. Just now we have discussed in annual general meeting regarding 21 days, right? So the same rule applies here, that 14 clear days. Okay, then board meeting. Next meeting is board meeting. Here we have discussed about the annual general meeting and the extraordinary general meeting. Now we'll be discussing about the board meeting, right? Okay, board meeting refers to the meeting of board of directors of the company. Board of directors come together upon a decision to be taken or to be discussed with the members of the company. So that would be held in a company. Okay, the first board meeting shall be held within 30 days from the date of incorporation of the company. Once the let's say the date of the incorporation of the company is May 31st, and within 30 days means within 30 days, and the next month, that is April, before April 30th, the board of directors, the board meeting should be held. At least 4 board meetings shall be held in every calendar year, and the minimum gap between 2 board directors board meetings shall not be less than 120 days. So this is also an implication, as we have discussed in the annual general meeting. One such implication is that it should not be, what was that, yeah, one such implication is that should not be more than 15 months. The gap should not be more than 15 months. So here it is should not be less than 120 days. That means quarterly one board meeting in a year, if it is conducted, that is more than enough. And so this is the point to be memorized. It should not be less than 120 days. Quorum of board meeting shall be at least 1/3 of the total strength, or 2 directors, whichever is higher. Quorum means the members should be present in the board meeting should be 1/3. Let's say there are 100 members that is required to be present in the meeting. Divided by 3, that is 33.3. We cannot count a person or the member as 0.3. So let us round it off to 34. Okay, 34 members should be present in the meeting to conduct a board meeting, or 2 directors is enough, whichever is higher. Okay, upon this, whichever is higher should be present, or otherwise the meeting will be adjourned. That means meeting will be adjourned, postponed, in other words, to the next week in the same time in the same place. The last point says the same, that is, if the meeting is not held for want of quorum, then the same is adjourned for the same time, same place, and at next week. Got it? So we have discussed these 3 important topics in brief regarding the annual general meeting, board meeting, and extraordinary general meeting. Now let us discuss about the director's report. Let's just go through this once. The director's report is a financial document produced by the board of directors, which is required by the large limited companies to file at the end of the financial year under the Companies Act 2013. And the financial reporting is relevant part of the business, which details the state of the company and its compliance with the set of financial, accounting, and corporate social responsibility standards. So I know it's a bit confusing, and so let's do one thing. We'll discuss in a point wise, like what all the contents which is recorded in the director's report. Director's report contains the uh, following points. Okay, in short, these are the contents to be memorized. 678 contents. That is, the director's report contains the company's affairs, state of company's affairs. That means the statement of the financial statements, profit and loss, and notes of the accounts, the standards, the statutory compliance followed by the company would be posted in the director's report, and also the web link of annual return. Okay, annual return related documents will also be annexed the director's report. Done. And a number of board meeting. So what is the quorum, what is the proxies involved in the board meeting will also be involved in this director's report, should also be annexed with that. Intercorporate loans and investment. First, suppose any company has went for a loan, and the loan, the company's name should also be posted in the director's report, and the details, the interest rate and the investment made, all the details should be presented, and related parties transactions if any, or the subsidiaries and joint ventures, associated companies if any, the company's name should also be known to the shareholders. For that, the director's report should include all these details of the directors and explanation on auditors qualification. Details of the directors could also be personal details, like the place where they reside. Okay, will also be included in details of directors, and explanation of auditors qualification implies this will be studying about this auditor's qualification in further classes very detailedly. It is a large concept or the large topic you can say, but yet interesting. We'll be discussing it that. Now, audit requirements and forms to be filled. Just take a note of this forms and the purpose. ADT 1, appointment of company auditor. AOC 4, annual filing of company financial statements. MGT 7, filing of company annual return. CRA 2, appointment of cost auditor. CRA 3, submission of cost audit records to the board, and CRA 4, filing of cost audit report. For auditing purpose, all these forms are at most required for the companies to be kept along with the other documents, okay, or the relevant annexures. And these are the forms to be filled for each and every purpose of